Emma's life felt like walking a thin balance beam. On one side, her job as a graphic designer demanded late nights and endless revisions. On the other, her relationship with Nick was shaky. They argued about everything: money, time, the future. Add to that her family's constant questioning. When will you settle down? She felt like she was juggling plates on the beam, trying not to fall. One Thursday morning, her boss called her into his office. "Emma, your designs are good, but you're missing deadlines. We need you to step up." That evening, Nick said, "You never have time for us. Are we even a priority?" She stared at the ceiling that night, wondering why everything felt so hard. Emma decided to clear her head with a walk in the park. She passed by a group of kids playing on a seesaw. They laughed, one side going up as the other went down. The balance seemed effortless. She sat on a nearby bench. Her phone buzzed with a text from her boss. "Need the mock-up by noon tomorrow." A second buzz came from Nick. "We need to talk." She sighed and buried her face in her hands. An older woman sat beside her. She had a kind face and a shopping bag full of oranges. "You look troubled," the woman said. "Life feels impossible," Emma admitted. "Work, relationships, everything. It's like I'm walking a tightrope, and I'm not doing it well." The woman nodded and handed Emma an orange. "Do you know how a seesaw works?" Emma blinked. "Balance." "Not quite," the woman said. "It works because one side goes up while the other goes down. You can't keep both sides high at the same time." Emma peeled the orange slowly. "So what? I'm supposed to just let one thing drop?" The woman smiled. "Sometimes, yes. You decide what takes turns being up." The next day, Emma skipped lunch to finish her mock-up. It wasn't perfect, but it met the deadline. When her boss asked if she could stay late, she said no. She texted Nick, "Can we meet tonight? I want to talk." Over dinner, she told him about the seesaw analogy. "I can't keep everything high all the time. Work, us, family. It's too much. Can we figure out how to take turns?" Nick looked at her for a moment. "You mean like giving each other space when things get busy?" "Exactly," she said. The following week, she set boundaries at work. She stopped answering emails after 6 p.m. and told Nick about her weekly yoga class. Time just for herself. Nick started making more effort too, surprising her with dinner when she had a big deadline. For the first time in months, Emma felt steady. Not perfect, but steady. Life isn't about keeping everything level. It's about knowing when to let one side rise and the other fall. Like a seesaw, balance comes from motion, not from trying to hold everything still. Emma learned that by letting go, she could stay on the beam after all.